Y'all too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know.
You guys are far too inquisitive and preoccupied with my bed activities. Those who are aware of my bed's activities are aware of its fascinating history and what the hell I do in it. Harper said that although Dwight Howard is accused of pressuring a man, Howard actually shocked him by presenting him to a man masquerading as a woman. Harper claimed the man identified himself. Music Kitty the Dwight Howard coming out saga is getting more insane by the day. And just after Dwight publicly addressed allegations of forcing a young man into a threesome, rumors appeared that Dwight had been attending alleged all-men parties with the likes of Diddy and Will Smith. So in case you missed out on this drama, back in July 2021, NBA star Dwight Howard was accused by a man of assaying him at Dwight's home and forcing him into a threesome with another man dressed as a woman. Now Dwight has finally addressed these allegations. And though he didn't deny having an encounter with the two men, he claimed everything was consensual. However, the court documents filed by the alleged victim claim otherwise. And Dwight is now facing a civil lawsuit in Georgia. Meanwhile, more wild rumors about Dwight appeared on social media, with some sources claiming that Dwight is part of a secret Hollywood club, where high-profile industry men take advantage of much younger guys. As you probably know, Diddy and Will Smith were previously accused of something similar. And fans are now speculating that this rabbit hole is much deeper than it appears. But what exactly did Dwight reveal about his encounters with men? Did these encounters really involve other high-profile celebrities? Let's dissect it. Oh, so you heard about Dwight. They claimed that Dwight was texting a guy who cared about other guys. I wanted to text you in your ugliness, so I began contacting you simply to get upset. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Dwight Howard is being sued for allegedly assaying a young man at his home. Although Dwight has responded to the claims, saying that people are strange for being concerned about his sexual orientation, fans of the actor argue that the lawsuit is more about the possible crimes he may have committed than it is about Dwight's sexual orientation. Stephen Harper, the alleged victim of Dwight, claims in his lawsuit that Dwight informed him he was into, quote, crazy stuff and urged Stephen to give him graphic images in response to the lawsuit. The two are said to have started flirting on social media in May 2021. Between May 2021 and July 2021, Dwight acknowledged exchanging communications with Stephen, some of which contained graphic images and videos. Following that, on July 19, 2021, Dwight asked Stephen to his house. Stephen then provided text messages and an Uber receipt from that day as evidence that he went to Dwight's residence in response to Stephen's complaint. Dwight acknowledged that they had gone to his bedroom, undressed, and kissed consentingly. However, according to Stephen in his lawsuit, while they were kissing, a man dressed like a woman entered the bedroom and introduced himself as Kitty. Dwight allegedly told Stephen that he wanted them to date Kitty as a threesome, but Stephen declined since that wasn't what he had agreed to. Stephen then allegedly watched as Dwight didn't want to join in Kitty's seductive act on him, but Stephen claims that Dwight then began touching him in an unpleasant way. According to Stephen, he requested Dwight to stop, but Dwight said he was going to do whatever and Stephen would appreciate it. According to Stephen's lawsuit, Dwight stood up, towering over him, grabbed him by the thighs, took off his underwear violently, pinned him down, and engaged in non-consensual acts. Mr. Harper claimed in the lawsuit that after being pinned down and made to stay still, while the defendant went on to say that he was afraid he would suffer serious injuries, and that Dwight then made him perform the same act on him. He also claimed that when he attempted to call an Uber after the incident, Dwight refused to let him and made Kitty drive him home. Dwight is accused of assault, battery, purposeful infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment in Stephen's case. Dwight has responded. Dwight acknowledged that Kitty was a man dressed as a woman and that he and Kitty had engaged in intimate acts, but he insisted that it was all consenting. Dwight denied that Stephen was taken aback by Kitty and claimed that plaintiff knew Kitty would also be arriving at the home before plaintiff even arrived at defendant's house. Additionally, Dwight denied knowing Stephen, and he is now requesting that the lawsuit be dismissed in its entirety. However, Dwight's accuser additionally, Stephen says that after the alleged sexual assault, a man named Kitty threatened him while he was being driven home. According to Stephen's lawsuit, Harper Kitty told him to keep everything a secret or else someone would shoot him in the head. What's even more alarming, though, are papers that Radar Online was able to collect. At least one of Dwight's 5 children was sleeping in a different part of the house during the alleged attack on Stephen. Dwight addressed the rumors about his sexual orientation in an Instagram Live, where he also criticized fans for being weird and nosy and worrying about who people spend their time with. Whatever I do in my bedroom is my damn business. And whatever you do in your bedroom is your damn business that ain't for everybody. You people are too damn nosy and concerned about what I do in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell I do in it that ain't for everybody on the internet. I'm not required to disclose to anyone where I keep my wood because you all want access to it. It's not anyone's business where I keep my wood. You're the weird one if you want to know what people do in their bedrooms and who they sleep with and mess with. Oh, and you heard about Dwight. They said that Dwight was in a text message in a guy who cares who. I texted you because I was angry because I texted your ugly ass. Dwight is correct that people shouldn't worry about what other people do in their bedrooms as long as it's between consenting adults. However, this is clearly much more serious than that because Dwight is being accused of sexual assault. As a public figure, people are claiming that they have a right to know if Dwight committed a music crime. Another fan stated that far too many people are worried about the wrong things regarding Dwight Howard's situation. They shouldn't care about his sexual preferences. Meanwhile, a number of industry figures have addressed these allegations. Among them was Diddy's former bad boy artist, Mace, who seemed to imply that Dwight is deceiving the public by saying that it's none of their business what he does in his bedroom. You hear stats like this because what people do in their bedrooms is private and not always true. And when it comes to making money off the story, it matters who you date and who you hang out with in the locker room. It matters because approximately 30 teams chose not to sign Dwight Howard, so let's refute that first. Secondly, it's never consensual if you surprise someone into agreeing beforehand. In addition to all of this, unverified reports have now surfaced online, claiming that Dwight is a member of a purported Hollywood club where famous men host parties for much younger boys than you presumably are. Similar accusations have been made against Will Smith, Dwayne Wade, and Jaguar Wright. In the past, Wright asserted that young men had fled Will and Jada's home in terror, frightened, and desperate to escape their mentoring. Meek Mill's Basher Gray stormed out of that house screaming, "All these mothers doing all this while they ain't doing as much I guess now that they're getting older. I guess it just moved over to the White House." Diddy Jaguar, on the other hand, claimed that when it comes to powerful men like Diddy, it's not so much about sexuality and being in the closet as it is about having control over someone. He said, "I'll do whatever I want to do in my building," to which she replied, "I just don't know." He said, "It's power see I can make a man," he said. "That's what you said, Puff, about Christopher Williams sucking his for a demo deal, and you cut him a check." To be clear, there is no hard evidence that Dwight Howard has been acting in this way. One fan said that Dwight Howard must have attended those Diddy parties, and another said that in 2023, no reasonable person should be criticizing someone's sexual identity. If this is true, though, I disagree with anyone using their wealth or social standing to intimidate others. What do you think about Dwight's response to the allegations? And do you think there's more going on here in terms of coercion and control in Hollywood? Let us know in the comments section below, and then watch the next video.